Good morning, Stitches. Today is September 11th. This is video number 2. So, as I promised, I was on the Yarn Geek this morning, and I promised that I would be showing a yarn that I have not seen on YouTube. Like, I think I saw it, but was not heavily publicized. Not a lot of people shared it. Again, I have to record outside. I'm not going to get rid of the background noise because ambiance. But I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. My mic works just fine. The first video, I had my headphones on. I forgot that I had my headphones on. Yeah, so, but I was speaking into the mic and it got a little bit louder. But anyway, you know, we work with what we got. So, anyway, back to the yarn. Yeah, because that's what you're here for. You're here for the yarn. So I'm going to show you my cute little bag first. On the top of the bag. I love that these come in holes, and so that your project stays, you know, your yarn stays nice and safe. However, I think they should have found a way to like make a, I don't know, a way to be able to put your project in the bag. I know you put your project in the bag afterwards, but I haven't figured out how to do it while making. But in any case, the yarn. I found these. Lime Brand Mini. Red Heart Mini, sorry. It's a Red Heart Mini. And this one is in the colorway of Hearts. It is a 4-weight medium yarn. It requires a 5mm crochet hook. I know you guys are seeing this backwards, but a 5mm crochet hook or a H8 or a 5mm knitting needles or a 8 US. It is machine wash and dry. There are patterns on the inside. This is 1.6 ounces, 45 grams, 72 yards, or 66 meters. Okay, so this little yarn right here, I got on sale at Joann's for $1.49. So I got 2. Now, when you go on the site, if you look at Joann's, you'll see that they have a bunch of them. I mean, I wanted to get so many. You have no idea how many I wanted to get. I have to remember to hold things in my right hand, because if I hold it in my left, then I'm blocking the camera. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so many beautiful little colors of these little yarns. And I was like, oh, these would be perfect for like coasters or something like that. This is just me time. Not something I'm intending to sell on my Etsy site or anything. Just, you know, showing the yarn. So it's your inspirations. Coats and Clark, which your inspirations saved, and they bought them. It says it's got some nice little things in it. It says 1 ball makes 4 plus pom-poms. You can make these little guys. I'm so sorry, my nail is dirty. I'm sorry. Those that know me for my nails on Instagram, forgive me. I have not done my nails in months. I'm trying to grow them back, but okay. So anyway, pom-poms. You see those little guys right there? You can make those out of these yarns. My only problem with that is that you have to unravel them and color control them, and that means taking out the entire cake and splitting it apart and cutting it in the color sections, then rewinding each ball into what you want to make it. I do not have the patience for it. As I stated in a video that one of the other yarnies did, she had asked, do you color control your work? And I agreed with her. It's kind of stupid to color control an ombre type yarn or a variegated yarn. you try to cut out those colors and try to put them into more semblance of order, but the whole point of it is the disorder. That is the whole point, for that disorder, and for you to look at it and see what you can make out of it to bring that disorder into something beautiful. Therefore, I do not color control anything that I make. It comes out of the ball the way it comes out of the ball. You're not happy with it? You know, I can try and make something that you are happy with, that I can specifically get ready to color control. But, or, you know, if I had separate solids that I could color control, yeah, I'm all for that. But if it's variegated or ombre, or it's got flecks or something in there, specks or sparkles or metal, metallics running through it, no, we're not going to do that. Not here. Not on Marianne's crochet hands. That's not happening. So, anyway, let me show you about the yarn. Okay, so yeah, the color control. If you want to make the pom-poms, you're gonna have to cut them all out. Here's the one I've already started. I'm into this little beauty here, and I was working in it, and if they call it a 4-weight yarn, but I'm gonna tell you a 5.5 is too big for this. The loops come out way too big, and my work was just way too loose. And I crochet, I guess if you had to do crochet from light to medium to heavy, then I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm like a medium crocheter. My stitches come out a nice medium tensile strength to them when it's combined. So this that I've been making with this ball, I frogged this out 4 times yesterday in the doing. So I'm going to move a little closer so you can see how fuzzy and shiny she is. She's a shiny yarn. She's pretty. She's gorgeous. But you see these little hairs? I don't know if... Let's see. Yeah, I think you can see them a little bit. These little hairs, these little yarn sticking out, they don't do too well with frogging. they tangle up and they get stuck together, and you wonder if you're gonna end up snapping your yarn trying to pull it out. So in the interest of full transparency, I wanted to do this over, but I did not remove these 4 when I frogged it out. And that is because I had already sewn in my tail at the back. So you see this right here. This happened because when I went to frog, when I frogged it all out on the 4th try, and I'll get to the hooks I had to use in a second, but I pulled, and because I had already sewed it in, I couldn't frog out this last 2 stitches. So this one came out okay, but this one didn't want to move because it was sewn into in the back. So I had to yank and yank and yank, and when I did, it snapped. See that? Yeah, she snapped on me. But like I said, this is just me working on granny squares. I'm working on something that looks like what my grandmother did. As you know, this channel is mostly dedicated to my grandmother and crochet, her love of crochet and knitting. And one thing she gave me last time I went to see her was this. I'll show it another day because I have to wash it, but is small little, it's like a little lap throw, or just something just put on your, I don't know what to really call it. When you see it, you name it. But it's just small, and it's in granny square. And when I first saw it, I had never seen a granny square. Keep in mind, this woman taught me to crochet when I was 6 years old. And the first stitches I learned were double crochet, single crochet, chain, slip stitch. Yeah, we didn't go past that. So I didn't know anything really about making patterns. My first blankets were all double crochet. Let's see, after like whatever amount of a chain I wanted, however length I wanted the chain, I would skip 2 spaces, and double crochet into the 3rd chain, and then 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 3, and it was a 2-row repeat. And that was the first blankets that I ever made. They just had chain spaces in them, and I really never did anything decorative because I wasn't really taught how until I met Miss Mary, and she taught me how to make blankets and stuff. But can you believe I am 45 years old? Yes, I have no problem telling my age because we all age. It happens. We're not here forever, no matter how much science and surgeons want to try. Anyway, 45 years, I never did a granny square. So I'm working my granny square. I know I'm going to have to block her out. So with this Red Heart mini yarn, however, she's I mean, she's really soft. She is soft. She doesn't feel like regular Red Heart. I mean, in the cake, you might think so because she's so heavily compacted here. You may think, oh, that feels like Red Heart Super Saver, just a little bit. But once you get her out of her cake and start playing, she's soft. She's very fuzzy. You can see. She's very fuzzy. And she is not a true 4. And I'm going to explain why. So, this is my 5mm crochet hook. And they suggest that you use a 5mm crochet hook. She's upside down. It's going to be upside down. I'm so sorry. But it's 5mm. I got these from Hooked magazine. Yeah, I got this free. I got a whole bunch of them. They sent me a full set and the bag with my year subscription that I got. It is the only magazine that I've subscribed to online right now. So I love Hooked magazine. Anyway, she doesn't work well with 5. And I tried with my 5mm that I have of my lighted hooks. Let's stick it in there. There you go. Full, dim, off. Okay. Anyway, I have a set of 12 of these hooks that come out. I'll show those at another time. But she doesn't play well with the friction of the aluminum of this hook. She doesn't like it. It sticks, it pulls, and she splits like crazy, like no one's business. And it drives me nuts. So it drove me nuts enough to try and go down a size. So I resorted to crocheting with a 4mm. And this is a 4mm hook size for my lighted crochet hook. Again, I mean, a lot of people have done reviews on this crochet hook, so I'm not sure if you guys really want me to talk about it or not. Wait, let me get this in right. There we go. There is a certain way that you need to put it in for you to be able to work with it right. So I'm going to show you the difference. Let's be fair to fair. So I'm going to show you the difference of crocheting with the 4mm. It's a 4.5. 4mm crochet hook. Again, I apologize. You're all going to see this backwards. 4mm hook. And my piece that I'm messing around with here. So let me pull this out so I can get a... Yeah, that's another thing. If you have to move anything with this yarn, she's gonna fight with you. She's gonna fight with you tooth and nail. Like I said, she splits, you can see. She's a splitter. Yeah. She's gorgeous though. I had to have her. Okay, so I have her on. And I'm on crochet. And she's just hard to deal with. See that? I can't get a good gauge. These loops come up so big. See that? And then I have to go back and take one down and put it back. And then see, see, she's a splitter. Like I said, she's a splitter. She's just not, she's not good to play with. So if you're trying, just let the bag fall because everything's in there. If you're trying to crochet with her, and see, there's that, you end up pulling through your stitches sometimes because you can't really see with this hook. It's, see, and I can't go fast with it. The friction on it is just too much. So it's just too much in my opinion. These are all my opinions, you know. Go find you some at Joann's regardless, and form your own opinions. I have always advocated that. You can watch me, but you don't have to listen to me. But so here's the difference. Like I said, she's really fuzzy. She's really fuzzy. So I'm finding that with my 4mm rechargeable plastic here, she glides. Oh, she glides. She glides so nice. We don't have oversizing problems. And I'm a fast crocheter, guys. I'm sorry if you're trying to see what I'm doing, but and no issues. In the corner. Yeah, she's beautiful on the plastic hook. She's gorgeous. You see that? Let me go slower. I know y'all can hear that squeaking. It really doesn't bother me. A lot of people, when they bought the rechargeable hooks, they were like, oh, it squeaks so bad. But most of us crochet with music or TV, movies, or outside like this, so squeaking isn't really going to bother me. It's not enough to deter me. I love this thing. It's my go-to hook. Those are my crochet lights. But this one is becoming fast my favorite hook to use. And the first time I've used these hooks for every single crochet pattern that I've done since I got this hook, since I bought them back in February, March. Anyway, yeah, love this. And she glides beautifully on plastic. No issues. I'm just gonna pull up some more on here. So yeah, the proof is in the pudding. Another thing that does not, that I wanted to talk about that doesn't glide well, and that I had to switch off to using the metal hooks after getting used to holding this. This is comfortable, beautiful, and the way that I place my hook is perfect for the way that I crochet. Some people place the hook with the actual hook facing the button side. You can actually reverse that and put it the way you want, especially if you're a knife holder like I am. Okay, so I cannot use my rechargeable crochet hook with this. I have to use one of the handles that you already saw. It's my yellow 6mm. That it's yellow handle 6mm, and I'm crocheting Lovey's Star, his Dallas Cowboy blanket. Now, I'm gonna say this: I'm a diehard Eagles fan, but I love my husband, so I will make him whatever he wants me to make him. And I know that these are not his exact colors, but I do have some of his exact colors in this blanket. So, in the whole, it still looks like Dallas Cowboys to me. I mean, I got it all over my house. Dallas Cowboys all over my house, and all I see is blue, silver, blues, blues, blues. So this looked appropriate. This is his Dallas Star blanket that I'm still working on. It is currently being housed in the big bag. I'll get to that big bag another day. Here's where I start. I stopped at. That even, consistent stitching. Okay, so I have gone back and forth on this, and I know that it is like the #1 yarn, or so they proclaim, or so the nationalists say. Whatever survey was taken, I don't know, but Coats and Clark's Red Heart Yarn Inspiration yarn gets the #1 spot for America's favorite yarn, but it is not mine. I hate Red Heart Super Saver. I love the Red Heart with love. I actually quite like the mini, but I don't like the Super Saver. It's way too hard, and I just feel like, is it too much to ask for you guys when you're steaming the yarn to, you know, just put some nice emollients in there or something. Do something. Find something that's compatible with people's skin and everything, so I don't have to keep dealing with this over my fingers, dealing with this yarn, because it dries my hands out. It's so rough. And yes, even if after I wash it, it's gonna be beautiful. I know that. Red Heart, and this is their ombre. I'm sorry, I forgot. This is their ombre. And let me give you the color, since we has it with us. It's called True Blue. Red Heart ombre, True Blue. This is the 7-ounce skein. I bought 6 of these for his blanket, and I think I end up using 4. 4 and a little bit, but anyway, back to things. I'm sorry, I ramble, guys. I'm sorry. 23 minutes of me rambling. Okay. Yarn, yes, very rough. Comes out beautiful in color, stitches up nicely, but very rough. And I don't like this yarn. I hate this yarn. I can't stand it. Love the colors, love what it looks like after. Hate the feel of it in my hands, hate the feel of using it, and it is not kind to aluminum or metal hooks. I had a full set, my very first set that I had purchased of my own by Susan Bates, and I can't use one of them because I started out life like everybody else using Red Heart yarn, and my hooks are ruined. They have gouges, they have grooves, they have just spots where the metals come up from this yarn cutting into the metal. So my favorite yarn at the moment is red. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. When I came out here to Texas and I put my hands on this yarn, I found out it was their #1 acrylic being sold at Hobby Lobby. I was like, yes, I love this yarn. Literally, I love this yarn. It is very well named. Love it. So yeah, that's it. 24 minutes. See if I can knock it down some, but it's what I'm crocheting. It's what I'm doing. And you guys, let me know if you can find these anywhere else other than Joann's. They were $1.99 regularly, not on sale, and $1.49. Like I said, I got them. $1.49, 20% off. You know, wasn't that much, but I had some other stuff in there too. I have some pipsqueak yarn and some. Finally got my hand on a ball of Karen Simply Soft. It'll be my very first one, which I'm just going to tell you it's not so soft, and I don't like the tinsel on it. It's not wound very tightly, and it looks like it's going to be a splitter, but we haven't touched it yet to use. I did feel it. Like all the other yarnies on here, you guys are, you know, we're really good at being able to touch and pull up a strand and see what this feels like. Now they say this, like I said, they said this was a 4-weight yarn, but if you twist it down to where it's supposed to be, that's 3. This is a 3-weight yarn, and it's the reason why I had to go down to a hook size, a full hook size, to a 4, because this is not crochet well at a 5. All right, so let me guys know what you guys would make with the red heart minis. Like I said, this one's called Hearts. They have so many others that are so cute, but I only got these 2. Yeah, guys. She's cute, but she's hard to work with. She's like most women. Cute, but hard to work with. All right. God bless you, Stitches. And crochet this, Stitches. Hey, Crow. Crochet this, Stitches. Bye.